dev. And I'm really looking forward to building AI-enabled chatbots with all of you, with the kind of problem statements that you have shared with us. Over the next 1 hour, we are going to explore what chatbots and AI really mean, how it is being used by organizations today. We have a few of our partners who have joined here, whom I'll be putting on spot to share a few experiences as well. Thank you. So by the end of this session, you'll see how simple it is to create an AI-powered WhatsApp chatbot that can help you make real impact, right? Also, just a few, I would love to keep this session interactive, right? So please feel free to drop your thoughts or questions in the chat as we go. And I'll pick a few as and when we move ahead, right? On that note, right before Diwali, just want to know where you're all joining from. I'm sure most of us have moved into our hometowns. So please feel free to use the chat window so we will know how diverse of a community we are, who we are today here. Gurgaon. Yes, Neha, I know you're from Gurgaon. Bhubaneswar, Karachi. Nice. Pune, Ahmedabad. Meenakshi from Mumbai. Hello, Meenakshi. So I'm assuming all of you are Kenya. Hey, Sheila. I'm assuming all of you are in your hometowns for Deepavali, or do you all plan to travel over the weekend? Leaving soon for Deepavali. Nice. Great. It's great to see such a diverse community who've joined in here from multiple different places around India. Thank you all for making time. On that note, I have a very quick question for you all. Deepak, can you please move to the next slide? Just want to also get a quick sense of the room. So I want to understand how you all currently stay connected with your communities or your beneficiaries. So please feel free to unmute yourself and answer, or you can also use the chat window to share your replies with us. Telephone call, a WhatsApp message, physical interaction, WhatsApp groups, phone calls, IVR, WhatsApp, field staff. Very nice. Can one of you unmute yourself, and when you say, like, could you want to run us through what do you mean when you say WhatsApp or phone calls? Like how, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I'm Tanya. I run my own organization called Umanga Harmony Welfare Society. It's a Madhya Pradesh based, I'm Satna, Madhya Pradesh based organization, and I'm working in rural areas in and around Satna. So my field is about an hour from my home, and I go there at least twice a week. But the times that I'm not able to travel to the field, my field staff lives there, and so that they are able to commute every day to the beneficiaries. We work with women on their livelihood ability, so my field staff goes there into the field quite often, but obviously they're not able to reach the last beneficiary every day. So we've made several WhatsApp groups of each village. We're working across 30 villages, so we've made a WhatsApp group of every village. So we've like around 30 WhatsApp groups, and we have one common WhatsApp group for all of us, like for me and my field staff team, so that if there's any communication that needs to be done on everyday basis, we can do it on the WhatsApp. And then we have daily calls in the morning so that we communicate and we know what's happening. Everybody knows what's happening inside the organization. So yeah.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya, for sharing that information. Like I've seen, most of you have said WhatsApp groups, and like Tanya also said, how she uses WhatsApp within an organization to communicate internally and also with external beneficiaries, right? So, Deepak, can you move to the next slide? Uh, Knowingly or unknowingly, we have started using WhatsApp because WhatsApp is the most comfortable tool and also something that's very easy to adapt with the kind of communities that we all work with, right? So let's quickly understand why WhatsApp can be the most effective tool for organizations. I'm sure most of you already know this. Um, but these are a few big numbers, right? But WhatsApp is today being used by 2.78 billion users across the world. And within India itself, it has the largest WhatsApp. In India has the largest WhatsApp user base, where more than 487.5 million users are there. When you compare it to the traditional methods of communication like SMSs or phone calls, WhatsApp has, or emails for that matter of fact, WhatsApp has the highest open rate because it's very accessible. It's on the phone and everyone takes their phone along with them. And because the internet, even though the internet is needed and the bandwidth that is required is not very much, hence it's very accessible everywhere and by everyone, right? um, that's why we see WhatsApp being one of the major tools for communications, not just across the nonprofit sector but by everyone, right? Deepak, next slide.
I stay at my thread now. So I think वो reasons हमें और अच्छी तरह से we have to reinforce and really build on that.
Sorry, was someone trying to say something? Okay. So we've now understood WhatsApp. We've also reflected on how much we're using WhatsApp on an everyday basis, right? But now we will have to talk about a WhatsApp chatbot. How many of you know what a WhatsApp chatbot is or have been using one here? Feel free to unmute yourself and share again.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Go ahead.
Karim Sheikh from Poro, India.
Hey, Karim.
तो बेसिकली व्हाट्सएप तो चैट जो मेरी समझ है वो बेसिकली हम प्री डिफाइंड क्वेश्चन उसमें ऐड करते हैं, यानी कि जैसे मैंने कोई क्वेश्चन ऐड किया कि आपका लोकेशन, आपका कौन सा क्वेश्चन है इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से रिलेटेड, तो ऑटोमेटिकली वहाँ पर आंसर आ जाते हैं। वो हमको चूज करना पड़ता है और चूज करने के बाद जब हम सेंड करते हैं तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन जनरेट होता है। तो ये ऑटोमेटिकली एक चैटबॉट सिस्टम है जो आपको गाइड करता है, प्लस आपको अंडरस्टैंडिंग करता है कि आपको क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए।
Very simply put. Thank you, Karim. You are perfectly right. So the messages that you exchange one-on-one on WhatsApp with your end users or anyone whom you're reaching out to, when it is automated, it makes it a chatbot. So there are set answers that are coming in, set responses that are coming in for what the users have responded. So when automation comes into picture, it is a chatbot. Thank you, Kareem, for helping answer in a very simple manner. Having said that, WhatsApp ecosystem has three different variations within itself. Um, I wanted to particularly cover this because I realized from the responses on the registration form that most of you are new to WhatsApp chatbot, right? So we have WhatsApp personal, that we use every day, and then WhatsApp business. That's an application that separately comes on your Play Store or App Store that small scale businesses use to manage their businesses on WhatsApp. And then we have a WhatsApp business API. Um, uh, so not getting too technical, it's just like a bridge that helps you send and receive messages. It also gives you the flexibility to customize things the way you want it to, right? Deepak, next slide.
Yes. Hi, yesterday. Hi. Just before you move to the next slide, I had a query.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yes. Hi.
Yes, yes.
I wanted to know, would you be taking us through a demo of the AI chatbot that Glific has later in this call?
Yes, Ramesh. I just wanted to let people understand first what a WhatsApp chatbot is, and then I'm gonna do a live build of the.
Okay. 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 Done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramesh. So now we've understood what a WhatsApp is, then what a WhatsApp chatbot is, and where does Glyphic come into picture all of in all of this is that Glyphic is a tool that you can use to build it, right? So currently there are about 150 plus NGOs using the platform across 9 plus sectors. Our biggest sector is education, followed by health. Just a quick introduction of Glyphic. We have a few organizations here who are already using Glyphic. Just to give you a small idea on how Glyphic is being used by NGOs today. Shraddha, if you are comfortable, can you quickly want to share a 2 line on
Uh,
how?
like regarding how we use our bot.
Yes.
So basically, what we are doing with our chatbot is so firstly like telling about our NGO. I work at Mukamar, and Mukamar works with adolescent girls to enable we try to enable them with training them empowerment kind of thing. And through our chatbot, we try to reach to remote areas and to different girls. So basically, we are leveraging WhatsApp by sending them daily nudge messages and compressing our 3 years curriculum in a 20 level gamification thing, and letting girls to use this and learn more about self-defense.
Thank you, Shraddha, and sorry for putting you on spot. So Shraddha here is from Mukamar organization. So Deepak, can you move to the next slide? Right, these are a few examples of how NGOs and Glyphic are also using a tool like a WhatsApp chatbot. We will be sharing this deck with you, and we can also help you connect with them if you would want to talk with them. Next slide, Deepak. So here are a few partners whom we are currently working with. So quickly getting into Deepak, next slide. Quickly getting into what all of you are waiting for. That is the live build of the board, right? But before that, let's just quickly understand what is AI or what is an LLM and what it could enable for all of us. Seeing this GIF or the video, what comes to your mind? This is Rajnikant from the movie Indiran or Robo. Anyone wants to share on what AI is or what an LLM is?
Inserting all the data in all the data to our bot, or maybe at the back end.
What's your question again?
So anyone has an idea of what AI is? what it can actually, what AI is.
Yeah, basically, isn't it a piece of sort of a software, I guess, which gathers huge amounts of information from across wherever, and then is able to put it out to whoever needs to use it in a very cogent manner.
Perfectly said, Suki. Like, that's what Rajnikant is also demonstrating us, right? So in the movie, if you've all seen the movie, he scans a magazine for like about 2 seconds, and then he's able to answer any question that you ask, which is relevant to the magazine, right? So basically, AI is a smart helper that can read huge amounts of data, like Suki said, and will be like, it's like a library of text sort of thing, and will be able to answer any questions that we ask. Some specific or relatable use cases of AI or LLM, which stands for large language models, could be, it could, I mean, what we have seen it is being used for is like to answer FAQs, or basically to share lesson plans, or to fetch weather reports based on a location shared by an user, and etc. Right? Um, Deepak, next slide. And next slide. So now that we have gone through the fundamentals of what an AI is, what a bot is, let's get up and start building the flow. So out of all the problem statements submitted by you, the most common problem statements were FAQ bot for addressing questions from your end users 24/7. And then real-time data collection and monitoring, and sending automated reminders for events. So FAQ bot is the AI demo, and with that we will be clubbing these two as well, because those were also the requests that we received. Right. So I'll just enable the, Deepak, you can stop sharing. Okay. Thanks, Deepak. Um, okay. So is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Suki. So this, I'll be doing this demo on our Glyphic platform. This is our Glyphic platform, which we use to build the flows, right? So we build the flows is a flow chart, basically, which puts the boxes and arrows to build that conversation that you see on WhatsApp that happens in an automated fashion, right? So let's quickly build flow. When you are building a flow on the Glyphic platform, I'm just going to give some quick insights so that you know what is happening here. So this is like a low code, no code platform that's put together where you would not need a technical ability to build flows. So since we are building an AI flow today, I'm going to give a relevant name and description. Yes, Suki.
Now, I have one question. This screen that we're seeing, and
Mm-hmm.
if there is your platform, so if
Mm-hmm.
somebody were to use it, I mean, how do you? I mean, do we have to sort of we have to? I mean, how do you get access to this?
That is through the SaaS subscriptions, like
SaaS. Okay, got it, got it. ठीक है, ठीक है. Okay,
yeah.
thanks.
Okay. Um, okay. Just give me a minute. You had another question, Suki? Suki, you had another question? Okay. So I have created a quick flow which can help me build the conversation that I want to have with the user in the AI fashion, that is to address any kind of FAQs that we get, right? So the screen that you can right now see is called the flow editor. This is where we put the entire conversation together. So so we put these conversations together with the help of boxes and arrows, like I already said, and each of these boxes have multiple different functionalities within them. So if we want to ideally look at building an FAQ bot, we would first need to source that question from the user, right? So as an initial step, we would need to first send them that question, asking them to say put their questions across. So for which I'll use a simple function called send contact a message, which will help me type the question in simple English within the box that I'm showing you right now. Right. So once I do this, it automatically prompts me to select another node. And normally, how does the conversation go? Even on WhatsApp personal, right? So I send a question to someone, or I send a message to someone, I'm waiting for them to respond. So intuitively, the platform suggests you to wait for the contact to respond. And ideally, I can save that response as a question to be able to fetch it later, or address to it later. And now that I have the question that the user has asked, and I've also saved it. Now if I have to give it to an AI model, um, give the question to an AI model so that the AI model answers the questions for me, I use something called as a webhook. Webhook is the one that enables this integration here. So within the webhook, right? So there are some predefined functions that's there on our Glyfic. So here we use a predefined function called file search. So file search basically enables you to upload a document of your choice from where you want the AI or the chatbot to fetch answers from, and then respond it to the user according to the questions that they have asked. So there is a yes, Suki.
Sorry, I'm going on interrupting. But where in this entire screen, where is the phrase file search?
No, I'll be entering it here.
Okay,
But
okay.
before entering it, I'm just clarifying that, right? So because it's a predefined function, there are multiple options that we use the webhook for. But because it's a predefined function, I'll select the thing called function, and I'll enter the file search here. So what we have, so before entering the function there, right? Just give me a minute. Before entering a function there, so we would also need to set up or give that document somewhere, so that it is able to answer from that, right? So what I'll quickly do is I'll show you where we can add that document and how we can connect the document to the flow, right? So there is something called as AI assistance that we have put together. So this helps you give the instructions and the document to the AI model. And then you can connect this with the flow to be able to answer the questions. So when I say instructions, I've already added an instructions here. Right. So here the instructions is like I have added an ASER report document, which has huge information on the basis of ASER report. Right. So there I have given some instructions, like as in guidelines on how the bot has to answer It should not hallucinate. It should only answer the questions based on the content of this document. And how I want the answers to be structured, basically keep it clear, concise, and how many sentences should that be under, anything and everything that I want, and how the answers to be formatted in when I'm sending the answers to the users. That's the instructions that I'm going to be giving here within this box. Yes, okay.
So I have a couple of questions over here. One is that there are two parts to it. One is general instructions that you're giving this in terms of saying don't invent stuff, be polite, etc. And the second part of it is the actual content base from which this tool is going to take it will differ from organization to organization or need to from need to. Like in this particular thing, you asked for this ASER report, but say in my NGO it could be something else. Correct?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
So
Thanks.
that's where, so you give the instructions in general format, and you could also give an example and give the context about what the document is and how the document has to be answered, just like how I have given here, right? If the question is what is the ASER report about, the expected answer format should be what. You can give that necessary context. So if, for example, if I am doing a bot that can sit on the website, I'll say that you are a customer support bot, and you will have to frame your answers that way. So you're setting the expectations in form of who's the persona that the bot should assume, what is the format that it should answer in, and how should it answer. So all of this you're giving as part of the instructions. Yes, Dr. Vyas.
Hi, Aishwarya. My question is there any option where if I would like to avoid AI chatbot?
Yes, yes. I will demonstrate that in the next
Please.
two floors,
Okay.
but this is mainly for AI demo. I'll just cover this first, right? Then to give the document from where it has to refer from, there is something called as manage files, where you add the document here, and you save it. So there is an assistant ID. So it's like a unique ID that's generated for every such assistant that you create. Each individual of these is called assistants. So a unique ID gets generated. So this is what you need to copy to go ahead and add here, right? So one second. So basically, the function is called file search GPT. That is what we've called the function as, if in case you would want to use the and then we have the syntax. So this is something that you will get from our documentation, which you have to copy and paste here. So this syntax, I'm not going to get into the technicalities of it. You're just passing the question that you're receiving from the user, and assistant ID, you're passing the document unique ID that where it has to answer from, and you're telling it not to cite the source. That's exactly what you're doing. And you say okay. One second, let me just copy the assistant ID from here. So once you do this, now the answer is getting processed within the AI model. And then if it is a success, you will have to ask it to display the message, right? So for which there is again a syntax that you would have to use, where you're asking it to display a message. So you will say so you will so again depends on, so response.1 is not a valid. So you will get, so whatever you have saved as a result here, right? So the answer that's being fetched from the AI model here is being saved in a name. You can modify this, and right now I'm saving it as the result. And then you're asking it to display that message of what it is received as a result using this thing. If in case it fails, it will send you a message saying failed. So this is it. This is the entire FAQ bot that we have done. So if we have to try this, right? Is my screen of the Canva visible?
Yes.
Great. So if you would have to try this, right? I would ask you to quickly scan this QR code. So here we are basically achieving two things. For the user, they are getting instant responses because it's an FAQ bot and that is what is expected. And for the organization, you are getting the data from the users in terms of what are the different kinds of questions that they are asking, and using that, how you can further improvise the entire document or the program altogether.
Hi, Ashwarya, can I ask a question?
Yes, please go ahead.
Hi, I'm Shashwat. I wanted to ask if you could also tell us about onboarding contacts if they haven't messaged us first, and how the consent procedure goes there, right? Because a lot of time when in our context, for example, we work with 2 lakh teachers. So while we have their contact numbers because that's been shared with us by the state, but we don't have explicit consent from them to send out WhatsApp based notifications or WhatsApp based HSMs even, right? Because even an HSM, I believe, requires me to have a contact which has given me consent or is part of my approved contact list. Am I wrong?
Uh, can you repeat the last part? HSM does not give you consent to?
I mean, we use HSMs to get consent from users, right? Uh, but at least in my case, when I did try that out, my bot essentially got a notification that even though I'd added pre-approved contacts in my contact list, where I believe you can classify them as different contact lists, right?
So clarification, Shashwat, here, you don't need HSMs to actually get consent, right? Uh,
Okay.
so if the user is, so I think all of this roots back to the first question that you asked, different types of onboarding. So normally what we've seen organizations do is they send an HSM message to onboard them. That is like they have a broadcast message set up and then they send that broadcast to more than hundreds of people. And then once they respond to that broadcast message, that is when the action is taken. That is when they have said yes or no. That is when the conversation continues, and that is when it is assumed that they have consented. The second way of doing it is normally people use a WhatsApp URL link to onboard people onto their bots. So that is with a pretext, that is the keyword called hi or hello that's already there, that is that you have set up for the bot. In this case, we had used the keyword called AI demo. Now when you try testing it, if you have send, there is already an AI demo that's sitting in your text box that you send. So that's a pre-filled message. So they use a pre-filled message like a URL that way, or they can use a QR code. Or what we also suggest is if you already have WhatsApp groups that you have with your existing users, you can use those WhatsApp groups where you send URLs, or if you are doing a program which is where you have people who are going on the field, you can also ask them to let people know. So that's when it's coming from a trusted source, someone that they know. So the chances of onboarding is higher there.
Got it. Thank you.
Right. So how many of you were able to test this?
Yeah, I can test it.
Okay, so did you receive any?
I received it, but now I'm trying to figure out how to get back to it because it gave these 3 options, and when I tried the first one, then it goes on, and then I don't know how to get back to the ones with the 3 options.
When you say 3 options, yeah.
So,
So
for example, when you first scan this QR code, it opens up and say know more about Glific, and then there are two more options, right? So when I click the first option about know more about Glific, then is a whole bunch of
Suki, I think what has gone wrong is you've gotten mixed with the previous flow. I'm just going to terminate the flow for you. Then you can send a keyword called AI demo. So I have particularly set the keyword for this particular flow as AI demo, but it can be as simple as hi or hello. But if you enter hi or hello, it might take you to a different flow for which we have set a keyword. So that's why please enter the keyword AI demo, and then you will be able to continue further from there.
Yeah, so what happens is that when you say AI demo, it says, are you interested to learn more and stay updated? And it says, please select one of the options, yes or no, yes or maybe later. And then if you click on yes, then it says, please ask your questions. But before I could just, I mean, I think that at the same time that I clicked yes, it said, it gave the message saying, ask your questions. And then it went on a long spiel about the assay report.
So what has happened is it's gotten mixed with, I think previously you had selected know more about Glyphic. So that flow is active for you. So right now I have terminated the flow for you. So if you send this keyword AI demo again, I think it will work for you.
Cool. Okay. Thanks.
Any other questions on how this working? So what we can also build on top of this, right? Yes, Joy. Yes, Shraddha. Yeah, I think Joy, do you want to go first?
Yes, Aishwarya, I was wondering because one of the reasons we don't have a huge use of WhatsApp with our communities is because of the local context, grassroots, etc., vernaculars. So, would this work, or are there different protocols for, say, Tamil or Kannada or other languages to follow?
Very great question, Joy. So here it does work for different vernaculars where there is an integration with Google Translates, right? So if you can see, I'm just going to zoom in a little. Can you see different languages here? Swahili, English, Hindi. So these are the languages that we have right now enabled. Sorry, we have right now enabled. You can enable a language that you want particularly to talk to your beneficiaries with the help of a settings option here. So if in case I want this entire flow to go in Hindi, and it can also be personalized on the basis of the user's asks, all I have to do is click on that language and then say auto translate. So you can see all the user facing messages are now in Hindi. Does that answer your question, Joy?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Aishwarya. Really revealing.
Hi,
Shashwat?
Aishwarya. There is one question from me also.
Hello, Subrataji. Please tell me.
Yeah. So this basically, when we use the bot, we have to initiate a conversation. So we have to say hi every time. So because if there is a mathematical question, there is a series of so the first question answer, then I put another question, another answer. It may be part of the same conversation. I have to use hi because it becomes a little tedious every time you have to say when it is a say 10 minutes conversation.
No, you don't have to. So the conversation is a continued conversation, right? So in this
Yes.
case, the flow is ending here.
Yes.
So this is the end of the flow where you're displaying the result that is fetched from the document. But if it is a continued conversation where the bot has to remember what the user has said, and on the basis of that it has to reply, that is also possible. But here, since we are ending the flow here and this was a demo, this is where it will end.
That I understand that. I was just looking at the possibility of it.
But every time a
You know
user
my requirement, yeah.
Yeah. But every time a user is reaching out after 24 hours, right? They have to say hi to start, but they can be continued from where they left off the previous.
Okay, that answers my question. Thank you.
I saw a few more hands that were raised. If I've missed, yeah, Shashwat, go ahead. Shashwat, you there? Shraddha, you want to go ahead?
Yes, I have just one
Yeah, I'm here.
question. So, the way our user interact with us is very weird. So, what like student do is they type one word in a one chat. So, if they want to ask something, they will say, "Mukki suno na" in one message. Then they will type कि मुझे इस चीज में help चाहिए. So when we are doing our AI thing, so it's getting difficult for us to like do कि वो दोनों response को like record करे and then accordingly uh revert back करे. So is there any way we can like capture both the or like two, three messages together and then reply them through our LLM or something?
Shraddha, since this is more particular to your use case and flow, right? We might have to look into your flow. We can probably take this after the webinar.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Shashwat? Shashwat, you there?
I have a question. Can I ask? This is Neelam here.
Please go ahead, Neelam.
Okay. The question is, when we create this flow, that what we want to send it to our user, for sending it, because this is bulk messages that will be going on. So I just wanted to understand, is it that one-to-one number, or we can automate it to the numbers that we have?
I mean, the bulk message is supposed to go out to multiple people at one time. So I'll show you how to do that with the other use case, that's the reminder, setting automated reminders. But yes, in short, it's possible. You can send bulk messages to multiple contacts at one go.
Okay. And the responses that we get, can we see it as does the system has some dashboard or something where I can see what responses we have gotten?
Perfect.
Or
Yes, it's possible. So there is a dashboard that comes along with the Looker Studio dashboard. It's a customizable one, so you will be able to track all of the data and analytics there that you wish to see.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, Aishwarya. Hi, Aishwarya.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Meenakshi. Actually, I want to ask you one different question. Not different, but our requirement is little different. We are working. Working with an NGO, Surya Foundation. We are working with domestic workers from slum areas of Mumbai. Okay, so we have a database of around 40,000 domestic workers currently, and we have mobile numbers and all. Our field teams are there for physical contact. We are looking for their literacy level are very low. So we want a chatbot where we can broadcast message only one sided. Is it is the same setup or you have a different kind of chatbot?
No. So if you have a groups with all of those people,
We have some groups, but since WhatsApp have some limitation of numbers, now we cannot cover all that. But we want one group, suppose 40,000 in one chatbot. We want to broadcast some messages.
you can do it. The on the platform you can do it, but we can also explore options to keep it conversational, right? So if you're just broadcasting messages, if your objective is to just to ensure to send it to them, it's
Yes.
possible. But if you're also looking at receiving some inputs, if you're also looking at how they are actually actioning out on what you have sent, or if there is any kind of an impact, if the literacy level is low and if you think voice notes can help, you can also think of using voice notes for conversations there. So,
Okay.
yeah, Dr. Meenakshi, we can talk about your use case in detail and we
Yes.
will be able to give you.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Sorry, I have a query here. Being in healthcare sector, and we are saying that AI is working with data collection and the data bank they have. If some questions have not been yet collected from the AI side, so what would be the answer for that query or that question?
I mean, just because AI is there as a functionality, it does not mean that you have to use AI for everything, right? So there is another rule-based way of doing things as well. If there are set responses for certain questions, so you can do that as well, which I'll be showing now. But yeah, did that answer your question?
Yes, and second question comes as how it will be different from our actual how we work traditionally, the chatbot development and this AI chatbot. So please explain something regarding both comparative study you can say.
Right. So the normal chatbot where I was saying is, so for example, just to give you an example with an existing flow that we have built, right? So if there are, like what I was saying is, if there are some set answers. So for example, if it's a failure, it is saying something went wrong, try again later, right? And let's say for what is an ASER report here, I had so let's say this question is on what is an ASR report. So I had an answer which is basically uh, uh, so if that was the question, hold on, sorry. I think, here, if this question is what is in your ASR report, then I can basically send a fixed response saying that ASER report is a report where you will be, so anything that you want to type here, so this goes as a fixed response to that question. Versus when we have an AI as an integration, what happens there is that you have a document which is like a huge library, and it covers everything about the program that you have, for example. And if the user has a question that they want to get answers from, then the bot goes into the document and fetches that answer for them. So where you don't need to set up static responses for everything.
Okay, but it's for sure that AI will not use their own responses. They will just use from our content bank.
Sorry, your voice is breaking, Dr. Vyas. I did not hear the
Okay,
question.
sorry. So I mean to say AI will use our responses from our own content bank, not from their side.
Yes.
Okay,
That
okay,
is where you are giving the document and asking you to fetch it.
okay. Thank you.
So in the interest of time, just to move ahead with data collection. So if you want to basically fetch responses in terms of what is being sent in data collection as well, there is an option of adding a Google Sheets where it can write data onto the Google Sheets, right? So that helps you with the data collection. So so here we already have an integration with Google Sheets, which you can read and write from. If I say I want to write data into a Google Sheet, I will select the Google Sheet that I want to. So before selecting the Google Sheets here, I would have to create a Google Sheet like I normally do. And then I will have to um, come and okay, just give me a minute. Yeah. So if I will have to add that Google Sheet here onto my platform, I'll have to come and link it with the URL of, so there is a URL that you will receive. So let's say I am going to just open, in the interest of time, just going to open the one that I've created here. So it gives me option to select whether I want to read or read and write from this Google Sheet. I can give a name and then I enter the URL of the sheet here and then save, right? So then I can go back to my flows and select this particular Google Sheet that I have added to write into, which then I can use to
This is the background. That's laptop.
Right? So here it will here it will help me write into this Google Sheet. So if someone wants to run, it will take the response like this. It will capture whatever you want to. Yeah, it will capture whatever you want to capture. There I had said contact.name, but in real time, every time there is a response submitted, it writes into this Google Sheet similarly. And on, so any questions here on the data collection use case?
Shweta, can you show the sheet once?
Yes. The sheet is visible, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
on that, could you also show the node that you used to create the write into the Google Sheet once?
Oh, I didn't run it just in the interest of time, but I can do it. Just give me a minute.
Just to show the node, what was the drop down and what you entered? Yeah.
The node was link a Google Sheet, and then you can choose what you want to do according to whether it's read or write. Select the Google Sheet, and then here you will have to enter the subsheet name. If the subsheet name here is sheet 1, you enter the same here, and which cell it has to start writing from. So let's say if the first cell is date, then it has to start writing from A2, right? So you can say A2 here, and then what it has to what it has to capture. Here I have set contact.name, where it will capture the name of the user, but according to what you want to capture and what you have saved here. So here we have saved the result, right? So if in case we want to capture the result, then I can say, so here it will write down the result that it has sent to the user on this particular column. So similarly, it will start writing in real time here on the sheet.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Auntie. Okay, if there is no further questions on data collection, I'll just show you a small bit on how we can set up event, how we can broadcast events and then further set up reminders on the basis of that, right? So again, creating from scratch, I will have to enter so in order to do this, I think many of you asked questions about HSM templates, broadcasting, right? So if we are looking at, so when it comes to reminders or events, first you would need to initially send them event messages, and post which you can wait for some time or give them a nudge where the reminders comes into picture. So if we will have to broadcast a particular message, they have to be first approved as an HSM template. HSM meaning highly structured messages. So for that, you would need to, you already have an interface on Glific called HSM templates, where you need to create this message. I have already created one which I'll use. So this is the message that I have created, where I have just given it a title for my understanding, and I have drafted the message here. Right? So there is a variable meaning I want to capture the user's name to make it more personalized. And then I have also added an image to the message that I am sharing through the attachment URL, and given a URL where I want users to click on apply now. So this is the template message that I have put together, which is called the Launchpad broadcast. So once I have this and it gets approved, which usually does within 2 minutes, I can now go back to the flow. And if that is the message that I want to broadcast to multiple people, right? I can, so there is an option called HSM templates that you can go to, and you just have to remember the name that you have created the HSM templates in and enter it here. So since there is a variable involved, that is the name that I want to fetch, I will give it the name. And since there is also an attachment involved, I will have to add the image here. So this actually creates that particular message that you want to broadcast to hundreds of people, right? So now if I have to preview here, you will be able to see how this message is coming, right? So the image, the message that I have set with an apply now button, which will take them to the Google form, right? So this is the message now that I can broadcast. So if I'll have to broadcast this, how do I do it? I go to triggers, which helps me trigger a particular message to a group of users at a particular given time. So that's the meaning of what trigger is. Here I'll have to select the flow that I just created, which is Launchpad broadcast. And let's say I want to do it today only, and it is 12:01, so I'll do it at 12:05. I also have an option to select if it has to repeat, and if yes, and what days, and select whom I have to. So collections are like if you have people who are from different villages, different states, you want to group them together so that you can send different personalized messages or messages that are more relevant to them. You can do that and put them into collections, right? So that is what collections mean. Here right now I will send it to a demo collection and save. So this I have set the trigger now. So this trigger gets triggered within the next 2 minutes. So ideally, whoever is within the demo collection should be able to receive this message. Oh, okay. Hold on. So there are 0 contacts in the demo collection. Okay. I'll set up another trigger. Because there was 0 contacts, you will not be able to see the the message will not be sent to anyone. So I'm setting up another trigger here, right? So here in the collections I will be able to manage them. So I have 2 contacts within the demo collection that I've created. That's myself and Sneha here. So I'll be able to get a message here within the next 1 minute. Is my WhatsApp screen visible?
Yeah, can see. There's a question, Dr. Meenakshi.
Yes. Yes, Meenakshi.
Yes. No, I haven't asked.
Your hand is up. Sorry, there's no
Oh,
question.
sorry.
Okay.
Shashwat, did you have a question? Okay.
In the meantime, can we just go to our slides and just in the interest of time?
Sure. So on that note, we have come to an end of our demo. So similarly, hold on. Why is my recording paused? Sorry. Yeah, the screen share is visible, right? You're able to see my deck. Sneha, can you confirm?
Yes, yes.
So we are doing a small cohort for called Glyphic Launchpad for to help organizations build AI-powered WhatsApp chatbots. So if you have a use case on building AI bots, so this could be an opportunity for you. So this is happening on November 27th and 28th. So this we are thinking of having just about 8 to 10 organizations. It's going to be a small cohort. So where we will give you 2 days of in-person training and also help you with the bot setup. The 8 to 10 organizations who will be joining with you will also be working on similar use cases, which will enable the peer learning. And since we will be doing this in person, we will also be providing hands-on support to ensure that you at least go away with one flow which you can later work on. So with this, there are a few benefits which we want to give to organizations to help them start without any barriers, and also see if this is the right kind of a tool for them. So with that, we will be waiving off the first month of Glyphic SaaS fee. We will also be first month of Glyphic SaaS fee worth 9,500 plus taxes, and we will also be giving you EI credits to be able to run and test this pilot for worth 200 USDs. So post which, if you're looking at having Glyphic for an annual subscription, there's also a 25% discount that we are providing. So who should apply? There are certain criteria. If you have a basic use case in mind that you want to try and pilot with us, so this is for you. And you should be able to attend a 2-day workshop, which is happening in Mumbai at Dasra's office. So if you're able to travel, and if you have a bandwidth, if you or a team member of yours who has the bandwidth to work on this for at least 5 to 7 hours a week, then this is for you. So there will be a one-time setup fee that will be involved of 15,000 plus taxes, and post which, after the 1 month waiver, you should be able to manage the bot. So if you have your investments, if you are planning your investments for this, then this is the right kind of program for you. So the last day to apply for this cohort is November 5th. Please feel free to scan this QR code, or we will also be sharing a registration form over the email along with the resources of this recording. Please feel free to apply before November 5th if you think this is something that's suitable for you. On that note, if you have any questions, I'm open to take them. Or we have a small feedback which we want to which we are going to launch right now. Please spend about 2 minutes max, and please feel free to share how this webinar was for you. It'll help us improve on how we can our webinars going forward. The feedback form is launched. Is it visible, Sneha?
Yes. Any more questions? And Aishwarya, if that flow got triggered, if you want to just showcase.
Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, the flow has got triggered, but it's not visible on my WhatsApp web. Hold on.
Okay, so maybe from the platform preview, if you can see. Shashwat, you have a question?
Oh, hi, sorry, I just forgot to lower my hand. I'll lower it now.
No worries, that's fine.
Oh, no, the flow has not gotten triggered for some reason. I'll have to check. Yeah, the flow has not gotten triggered for some reason. I'll have to check some.
Okay. No worries. Please, if you're here, just spend 30 seconds to fill the feedback form. Thanks, Sharanya. Bye.
Thank you everyone for joining in. Oh, I see a huge amount of questions on the chat window. I hope I answered most of them.
Yes, you have.
Thank you, Subrata ji. Is anyone still filling the feedback form? If no one is still filling it, I can end the form. Do let me know. Okay, I'll be ending the form responses. Thank you so much for joining in today and making time to be here. Hope this was useful. Yeah, hopefully we will look at a few collaborations post this. Have a good day and a very happy Deepavali to all of you.
Thank you. Same to you. Happy Diwali.
Thank you, Dr. Meenakshi.